So for the past few months, and I'm talking, I think I got this idea in like August, and I actually started in October of last year in 2025, and it's now May. I am now halfway through this project that I have. So the reason why is it's been an off and on thing because obviously I have other things I have to do. But also because I've made 82 drawings for this one project. Keep in mind, I'm about to show you them, at least the digital portion. I still have to do the actual, the digital portion's done, but I'm wanting to make 11 more of these, plus 3 calendars that I have an idea for. So let me just show you what I have done drawing wise, because then I'll explain a little bit more about what my idea is. So this is just the start. That was the first half. Let me show you the second half. We're not done yet. Like I said, here we go. This was literally me by the end of it. That's my mental state with this little project I'm doing. So that was all of them. Oh man, that took quite a while, and that's not even including the digital portions, which we're doing the line art and some lighting and other extra shading I did. I'll show you all of that eventually, but not right now, because let me show you why. So all this that you're seeing are all the drawings done and completed. Those will not be shown to you right now because there's so many. So the reason why I'm even doing this was I kind of got the idea was it's actually kind of transformed what my original thought process was for it. So originally, I just kind of thought about doing, because I have I use someone else's book to kind of plan out my days. So originally that's what it was kind of supposed to be, was or like a goal setter, and then Caena does the goals with you kind of thing is what it originally was. But then I was doing drawings that made no sense for what the goal setting was supposed to be for, because it was supposed to be getting into habits of things. So getting up early, going to bed, just doing, if you wanted to make sure you read for an hour every single day, the entire week, it was stuff like that. There were different, health and fitness, just certain things that were there that you could kind of train yourself to do. That's what the original idea was. But then because I was making things that just didn't work for what the thing was, I have now just thought about just making it, so it's a little 2-month adventure. So it's 8 weeks worth of things. So it's now just kind of setting yourself 3 goals for that week, and then you just kind of doing it that way or something, just something simple. Or if you have kids, you can kind of write down 3 things you want them doing that week, and then they can kind of cross it off. So it'll make more sense, I think, when I actually do the actual book itself. So I thought about doing just a digital download, which I probably will eventually, but I think I'm just going to use Printify to make an actual coloring book. So I think they have a coloring book available. So I don't know how many pages it is the problem, because I would have to, because I'm going to do Canva, I think, and then just upload the pages to Printify. So I have to look at it and then get it over to Shopify and stuff. So that was the idea, was just to start some little books. But I want to do the colored version with everything that I did, and then just a line art version. So if you get it and you actually want to color it in as you progress, like every day or whatever, 100% can. That was the idea. So it was kind of just like, I'm going to have it set up as like your 3 main goals for the week. And then every day you can give yourself like 3 things you're doing to achieve those goals. And it'll just be one-sided, so the back of it, like if you're going to color a marker or something, it's not going to bleed through. But then the back will probably just be like a notes page if you have like extra things you want to write down or whatever. Then you can. That was my idea. Just trying to get my characters out there a little bit more. So it's not going to be like a super mega big thing, but it's something that I have been working on now for months now. And I kind of just want to see it through. Because I'm like, I'm not stopping now. And like I said, I have 11 more I want to do because I want to do all my characters. And I got 12 of them. Caena's just the first. And yes, it took me like half a year to even get to this point. And I'm still not done. So, because it's been a very off and on kind of thing. But it feels good. And like when I finished the last drawing, it felt good because it was kind of like an Usa moment. It was like, okay, I'm finished. But now I still got to do the other half of it, which is going to be an adventure. So that's why I'm saying eventually I'll actually show you all like the finished drawings. It's just not right now because there's so many. And it's just a whole process. So I would rather wait until I was there. I might actually get a sample of it just so I can have it. Because it would be like my first book, which would be cool. It's going to be like a super simple thing. But it would be really cool. Because I'm also like, I don't know how detailed I want it. Like the edges, I could probably just use like Canva outlines and just do like bones or maybe like footprints or something. I don't know yet. I'll have to see. But my idea was to like on the actual page. So you'll see how like why there's so many and how I have it split up. Like it'll make sense when I actually do it. But, like the page itself, I would probably do like 3 lines and then like the drawing I did of what she's doing for that day and just go on that cycle until the next week because she's in a new area every week. So she's literally just going on like a little journey. So you're going on like a little journey with her. So that's why I'm like, you can literally sit there and focus like if you wanted to for all 8 weeks on 3 things and that's it. You could even just focus on one if it's going to be an entire thing. Depending on what you do, like you can do whatever you want. Or if you want to get your kids into like a certain habit or something, or if you want to get into a certain habit, or you just want to remember to do something every week, you can write it down every single day and just have it do that way. So it's kind of like a fun for all ages type of thing. And you get to take a little cute raptor with you. Why not? So that's my idea. Now, also, what I want to do is an extra thing, which this is probably dumb, but you know, when you're creative. Oh no. Oh. Hold on, let me find it. So I also want to release like bookmarks and like prints with it. So 2 different versions. So the idea is I want to do 6 of these. So these are the first 3, which I love, by the way, because it's the green and the orange. And I really love this. I love yellow, green, and orange together. I love that combo. So it's kind of perfect. So you have, so it'd be like a print because she's sticking out. And then I'm going to do another version where it's an actual bookmark where it's cut off. So you still get the most of her. So same thing with all of these. So again, so it's like a print type of thing. And it'll get cut down to a bookmark because I'm going to update the background to be a little bit different, I think. I have to decide if I want to keep the full background. I think for this I will. But then my idea was for like the actual bookmark was to get rid of all this, make this black, and then maybe just have some of her colors just kind of swooshing around. Like feathers or something was my idea. So I'll have to play around with that. This is the 3rd one, so both of them together. Obviously the chibi doesn't have anything to do with this, but because I have that character design, I'm going to use her. It's also why I just get Caena by herself, like her regular version. So I thought that would be a lot of fun. So I just got those done. So I have like an attack version and I have a calm version, which I'm currently working on. So here's the chibi. You have Caena just as she is, and then both of them together. So I wanted to have it 2 separate. So the first ones were like her actual like drawings I did, her being in a jungle background, so I kept that. This one, it's going to be like a calmer version, so I kind of have more of like an oasis feel. Like she's still in the jungle, but it's more oasis-y. So I'll have water in the background, flowers, some dragonflies. I got a bird. So same thing here. So it's kind of two styles coming together. So it's really cute. I'm thinking I might erase that, pull this down, and make this longer down here because I like this face, I think is what I'm gonna do, and this is absolutely adorable. She's just a cute. So I have that going on. But I have several things with this, and I'm actually kind of excited. I'm not expecting much from this, but I just still want to do it just to kind of have it out there. And I want to do it for everyone. So I think what I might start doing is when I'm done with these bookmarks, I might start working on like an actual calendar. That'll be a whole nother process and video thing. I might break this up into a couple different parts, maybe like 2 or 3, so we'll see. But I at least wanted to start off with explaining what this was, but I'm just so excited. So the next step is now for me to actually figure out the kind of outline I want to do. So I might go get a couple of examples on Canva and just I like using, it's not sponsored, I just like using them. I think they're cool for certain projects like this with all their templates. It just makes it easy to kind of make it unique and like change the elements and colors. So I personally like that, but that's why I gotta do a black and white version and a colored version. So I'm gonna do the colored first, because if I put their line art on here as well, it's just way too much. So line art will be next, but I just want to do the colored first, because once I get the colored first, then I can just replace everything with the line art and then be done. So I get 2 versions, which will be super cool. But like even these bookmarks and like the prints, I can still sell separately. But I just thought it might be nice like in the back of the book, if I can, put them in the back just as like little extras. I thought would be nice. But that's where we're at. I'm also wondering now if I should cut some of them out and make a sticker out of them. And maybe some other stuff. I don't know yet. But because I have all these drawings, I'm like, I probably could do other things with them. So I probably should, now that I'm thinking about that, making a list of what other things I could do with a lot of these drawings I have. Because it kind of sucks to just use them for one thing and that's it. Because it was so much work. So much work. And some of the colors don't match because I was not smart. I didn't think about this till the second half because all the main drawings I did on their own. And I kept the colors in like little containers so I know what colors I actually used. But I didn't write down what colors I used when. That was a mistake. Caena, I knew exactly what her colors were, but it's just like background I didn't. So like even with the pencil, I'm guessing. It's all close enough, but I'm like having to guess what I used. And I'm like, I am dumb. So now when I do this next time, for not necessarily the calendars, because I have Copics I use, which are right here. So I'm probably going to use the Copics for the actual characters themselves, and I have random markers down here on the ground that I keep here for background purposes because I'm not going to be using the same background. It's just like a one and done. So, but then when I do the next adventure, I will be writing down what colors I use because so I can remember which ones to grab and I know when. But that'll be for later. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm hoping that this will make a little more sense. I don't even know how I'm doing this video. I'm just kind of talking. I just wanted to get it started and then we'll see where it goes, you know? Isn't that what Michael Scott said? Like, sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. I just hope I find myself along the way or whatever it is. Whatever he said. That's kind of what's happening here. So we'll see what happens. But I just want to get this started because I need to so I can get this finished. I might be able to get this done by next month in June and get this up. That'd be super cool. I'm not going to hold myself to it because, again, this is going to be a lot of work still. Once I can get the initial couple, like, I would say first week done, maybe 4 or 5 of its pages, then the rest will be easy because I can just copy and just change things out as need be. Because, again, a lot of it is not changing. A lot of it's staying the same. It's just so that way I can get at least the setup done. So I also got to figure out what I want the cover to be. I don't know yet. I'll pick one of the drawings I have. I kind of have an idea of which one, but we'll see. So it should be a lot of fun. Again, I don't know how popular it's going to be. I have a couple of videos ideas I can do for shorts that I'll post. I just got to actually make them. I didn't record a single bit of this process because I'm not doing that. That's just way too much. And again, it's nice sometimes to just draw things like this and not record. And just kind of have the finished product. to me, I like that more versus the drawing bit. So we'll see. It's also just because of when I was working on these, the lighting and just me trying to record it was just not going to work out because a lot of this was done in my free time or just some spare time somewhere. So I couldn't even sit here and record if I wanted to. But it's okay. We're going to record making of the process though, so I will have that. I think that's one of the ideas I had was actually making it. So maybe I can, like, one page in particular I could make is what I'll probably end up doing when I figure out what pages I need. I can make a list of what pages to record of creating, I think would be a good idea. So, and then maybe later on I can again figure out, maybe I could turn the little drawings into like a sticker sheet of some sort. I probably wouldn't make it because I'm not that advanced. But I could probably end up doing that to reuse the drawings, even though they're not like chibi style. I'm not redoing this in the chibi unless requested. That's the only way I would do this because the chibi honestly would be a lot quicker and easier, but I'm not redoing these unless requested, unless there's like a high request for it. I'm not doing that. As cute as that would be, because that would be absolutely adorable. The calendars I probably could, someone's making 3 of those, so I can make 6 and do 2 styles. That I actually might end up doing. So that'll be later on. So maybe I could work on them in tandem or something. I might end up doing that. I might just so I can keep colors the same, because it would be a heck of a lot easier if I did that. Again, I'm thinking ahead now. It's because I'm excited. But let me stop blabbing. I got to figure out the Canva base, or at least get a couple of page options, and then I might talk through and I'll pick what I like better. This is gonna be a process.
I see a Noah. Hello. Research outpost. Well, that's useful. High capacity air tank. That sounds nice. Some of this. Engine efficiency unlocked.
Sorry, boss. What's going on?
Wait one. Ruby, it's Boucher. Are you with your tadpole?
Right outside, boss. What's up?
Go direct southeast from the research base about 200 meters until you find the cicada racket on the Soul Mesa. Flash your lights and make some noise. Ram it if you have to.
Copy. Here southeast, 500 meters, same depth. Can I ask why?
Tuba Singh and Mel just printed back here. They were testing the upgraded scanner when Axel Tailings attacked them, killed them, and took ISO. He's still alive. I tracked his black box to the cicada right nearby.
Copy. Can't we just wait for them to finish him off?
He's got Nahima's super scanner. She'd murder me if I lose it. Try to scare the tailings off. I'll get the team out there to recover his effects.
Boss, I've picked up a couple tails. Looks like 2 adult needlers need to evade.
Boss, the tadpole has our open death spot. Come on, Ruby. PDA, log my conduct here for cold eye review.
Okay. Well, that's informative. Also, hi, Noah. What are you doing here? Boot!
This is as far as my pioneers got. They call this area the protected zone. There are references in the logs you may wish to investigate. A tadpole with a depth module went down south-southeast, bearing 165 degrees. Debris from a cicada lander module came down bearing 120 degrees. A pair of smaller debris fragments splashed down at bearing 105. There's a supply cache somewhere below this base. I'll begin searching for black box signals in the region. One more thing. This base has been visited several times within the past 10,000 hours. The visitors weren't human.
Great. Good. Awesome. Why don't my lights work down here? Why are my lights not working down here? Is the ocean so deep that I couldn't possibly actually do anything? Okay, so the good thing is it gave me a little bit of base, even though my freaking lights don't work for some reason. Is a flare even work here? Okay, flare works for some reason. Just for some reason light doesn't. Oh, now light works. What? Alright, anyway, I'm gonna end this one here because we are in a completely new area. It clearly wants me to checkpoint and just be like, alright, you're starting from scratch again. Build back up. And I'll be like, okay, because it's given me some things here. I just need to build a basic foundation to it. I wish I could disassemble these bases if I can't just use them. I don't see why I couldn't fix it up and move any of this stuff. I need to deconstruct any of this stuff. Probably for the best. I don't think I should. But anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.
So I was looking at coloring book options on Printify and I can't use them because they only go up to 20 pages. I'm well over 20 pages, so can't do that. So now, oh man. So that sucks. So I can still do the digital download, which is probably what's going to end up happening. It just sucks because it's like it would have been cool to have a book like for print on demand at least. I was doing a little looking around at like other places, just a quick search of what was available for Bookwise. I can maybe buy one of them for myself as like a copy, but I would have to do like pre-orders to get an actual thing done because it's like I can't do that. So that would have been super cool. I'm still not 100% sure how many pages this is gonna be, but it's gonna be a lot. I know that much. Is it gonna be like 80 pages, maybe? Maybe a little bit less? I don't. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a little over 80 pages. Oh well. So I guess we are. Because it would be nice to do like a little one, because it doesn't have to be like a full like 8.5, right? I could do a little one, like a 6x8 or something, which is what I normally draw on. Maybe. I don't know. But that kind of sucks, so. I know I can do the calendar at least. When I get to the calendars, I can put them on there, but let me just show you some of the page options I found. And then I gotta decide which ones I want to keep, so that way I can eventually start messing with them. Because again, once I can get the first few done of like each type, after that it'll be super easy because I can just copy and then change everything that I need to. So I need to get rid of some of these. Others are just gonna stay, and then we'll just go from there. So I have this one, which kind of for the title. Obviously, these little paint splotches are going to go away. Some of this will probably end up going away. I might keep, because this will be for the title. This might be like secondary, and then maybe for me or something is what that's going to be. So that can stay. Then this is like the back of the notes page. Like I was saying, that would go on the back of the drawings. I only want to do it one-sided in case people want to use marker. I mean, I guess it doesn't... I don't know. I was like, it doesn't matter, I suppose, if it's the digital download. I'll still keep this for the future in case I can ever actually make like a physical book. I still might, I don't know. At least for myself, and then like doing the black and white as well. Oh, / coloring book, just to kind of have both options, I suppose, so I can show a copy. I have no idea yet. So there's that. Obviously these will go away, so it'll just be kind of the notes and the background will change. So this is going into like the to-do list part. So it'd be like 3 of these and then the drawing. And then this would go away. So, or maybe like doing today or something is what that would be, just to kind of give yourself 3 things to work on that day. I have this one. So like the little boxes maybe. But I think the boxes might be the smarter versus lines, I think. Maybe. Then there's this to-do list, but I don't know. That might be too much. I feel like could have to be like I mean, you could do it this way if I do the whole. Well, that's not gonna make sense though. That's kind of what the notes page is for, though, is if you want to add in like extra details, like you just do one general thing, and then the notes would be to, so I think I might just do this one. So we'll just get rid of a lot of that, and then just have 3 boxes. You could put down like the general thing of what it is, and the notes would be for the extra details of what you have to do to complete that, maybe. So now these are for an end page if you will. That one might not work. Let me see. That might be a little bit better, because if you do, I have to think about this. Or there's this. My idea was like the end page, kind of just write down maybe like your reflection of the week would be all that is. So this all might be too much. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna go with. So, I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at. This is gonna be a whole nother process, but I'm just gonna have to just stick with doing a digital download. It sucks. Like, that's why I'm like, there's so many things I want to do, I just can't, and it sucks. So, maybe if I find like a decent priced one, maybe I can just do both. Just do one of each just to have it for myself at least, and that way I can kind of show it. But yeah, if I were to do like a mass production, it'd have to be at least pre-orders, and then maybe get more on top of that. I don't know. It sucks. But I probably would do like a smaller size, because I wouldn't have to have a whole 8.5 by 11. Right, like that just wouldn't necessarily, like, I don't think it would be necessary just to have this little book that you just write notes in and what your daily tasks are. Like your main ones to reach your, not just like for general stuff, but like what you actually need to focus on for that day to kind of achieve goals or something. It's a whole process, man. But I'll figure out, honestly, at least that right now, I just need to get it done and just at least do the digital download, I think is what I need to focus on. And then later on, when I actually do it, then I can see how many pages I have, or at least I'm going to have. Because I would need to go ahead and put the notes in there too, the notes pages, just so I know exactly how many like pages it's going to be. And that's not including the bookmarks. That's a whole other process. Which, on the bookmarks section, I have decided I'm going to record one of them just for like a little bit of extra content, just the stages. So I might turn them into little videos, and then maybe one of like each stage between the drawing, the marker, the pencil, and the line art and stuff. And then probably just condense those down into like one quick shorts as well. So I get like, was it like 5 videos out of that? That's probably what I'll end up doing. But again, we'll be recording me making this stuff as well. I don't know, probably not every page. I don't know. No, probably not. I might do, I don't know yet. I'll have to decide how I actually want to record that. So we'll see as we go. So I think I'm just going to end pretty much part 1 here of just a little bit of the description, and then starting to do a little bit more of the process. I thought I would just show you really quick the design layers I made, so that way you can kind of see just what it looks like up close. So I'm only going to do one of them, because again, it's just a lot. So this was a drawing I made, and then when I do these, I take the pictures of them in direct sunlight, get them over to my tablet, and then I fix the lighting even more to kind of match it, because the lighting does change depending what area she's in. The lighting changes depending on if like the sun's going down, if it's dark out, if it's light out, it varies, or the sun's going down. So now this is with some extra shading that I do. So I always like to kind of do like a highlight color. I do it at 30%, and I just kind of add in just a little bit more where I think it kind of needs it. And it just, to me, it kind of gives it a little bit of something extra. And then this is with the actual line art, so you can kind of see it come together even more. I will say this is probably one of my favorite ones, because I think she just turned out so well. I also kind of figured maybe making this the cover page. I don't quite know yet, but she just turned out so well, especially with like the little butterflies and stuff in the background. So she just looks really cute. But this would be like just a line art by itself, so you can still see it, and that way people can color it in the way they want to, but it'd just be kind of something like that. But anyway, that's just the start of this little next adventure project I have going on. I just wanted to talk about it and start what I do, the project breakdown. Like, this is actually, like when I was back in school and we had projects, this is how I broke it down. and stuff was I would kind of do the research and then the outline, start doing everything, just like section by section kind of thing. So now I have 8 weeks I have to do plus a few extra other things. So it's gonna be a bit of a process, but I think it'll be okay. So I'll record it like week by week. I'm not gonna do it like video by video like that though, but when I record it, it'll be week by week, I suppose, like working on 1 week at a time. So it just sucks though, because sometimes I want to do certain things, but I can't for one reason or another. Like the coloring book situation right now is because it's just not available, and it sucks. So it just kind of makes it harder. Because it'd be super cool to like have a physical copy. So I'll just have to like play around with it. I'll have to wait until I get all the pages done. Why? So just wait until all the pages are done, and then I can kind of play around with different manufacturers and just get it. I at least want 1 copy of each, one for myself just to kind of have it, but also just to kind of like showcase it, because maybe if I show I have it, then I could probably look at pre-orders or something. That'd be so cool. Oh, that'd be fantastic if I could do pre-orders for the first one. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. But I don't know, we'll see. Depends. I guess it depends, because I'm gonna start eventually when I get closer, like probably as I do things, I will start to upload videos, because I kind of want to do all the videos like in succession together is what I want to do. So I'd have to start getting together. Other things would have to get done first, but again, some of the stuff I'm wanting to record, I'll be recording for this anyway, so I could kind of do 2 things at once, which will be nice. So we'll see. But you know what I actually might end up doing is, so I'm not leaving you with just boringness, I actually might put the bookmark video in here, the drawing I do. I think here at the end is what I will do. Just to kind of give a little bit more, because I'm already making it, so I might as well. So I guess I'll just do that. So stay tuned for the end of the video, and I'll have the little bookmark for you. Because then the next start of this will be actually starting to put it together. So I'm gonna get the bookmark done first, because I want these to go with it, is my intention. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Because then another thing I'll do is also start putting the bookmarks as well and doing the bookmarks with you, so you can also see what I'm talking about. So we'll just do that, but I'll at least record the one that I still have from start to finish, so you can kind of see it come together, and then we'll just keep progressing like that, I guess, just to kind of give you a little bit of an art segment. So yeah, but bookmark time, and then that'll be it for this part 1, and then we'll move on to the next part. Okay, for the little bookmark section, I thought I would do a very quick rendition of the whole bookmark, because I kind of recorded a good chunk of a video for it, like a good portion of the bookmark, but I decided to kind of cut it down on here, because I'm thinking I might do maybe like an actual like extra video, or just have an extra video on hand for my art channel to put on there, because overall I really love how they all turned out, and at the very end I'll showcase all 6 bookmarks to you, so you can kind of see them for how they are, and then I'll actually end the video, because as I do more, I'm like, oh, I should show this, so that's what we're gonna do, but it'll be at the very end, so just hang tight. Overall, these bookmarks didn't take like too terribly long, but they still took long enough, because obviously I'm still doing like a whole bookmark. I have between 1 to 2 characters to do. The little chibi version, she was the quickest one, because they're super easy, very simple, nothing too detailed. So actual like Caena herself though took me longer, because of her stripes and everything, and the way her coloring is. But overall, the colors just turned out so nice. I just love it. I thought they turned out very well. I'm very happy with them, and I'm so excited. And just seeing them all together, especially like next to one another, I'm like, OMG. Because they also look very different from one another, because like the attack ones I have like in a foresty green background. Here it's more of a lighter Island Paradise type of background. So that's why it's funny, because it's like they're just different from one another. So I just like that, even though it's the same character, and I'm like, they just kind of give like different feelings, and I'm like, oh, I just love it so much. And I'm just very happy with how they turned out and everything. So I can't wait to do more of these, because I'm going to do these for all of my characters. like as I do their adventure, so I'm not stacking everything up like one after the other, and I can actually have a break with doing certain things. But eventually I'm gonna get there. So I probably will do both the attack and the docile version as well, and just kind of keep up with that because it's just a lot of fun. It's just different looking, and it just kind of gives like a nice little variety and everything. But even like the colors on here, they just turned out really nice. Again, I'm super happy. Most of the colors, I was just picking random ones to put together, and I just create it that way. It's almost like a sunset-y feel with the colors I picked, which is interesting. But again, I feel like it does kind of give like an island paradise because you got the water, you have the shrubbery, you got the birds, you got the little dragonflies. So it all comes together kind of nice. Even with the way the characters came together, I love them. It's also just funny looking at them because they're both different. It's the same character, but they're both very different. So it's just interesting. But Caena as a little chibi raptor, I'm like, OMG, she's adorable. I love her very much. I'm like, she is the cutest little thing. Like, even regular Caena, she's fine, but obviously she's supposed to be like a lot more vicious. I guess more like adult looking, like mature, because she is a lot more detailed. But like, even though they're both different, they still come together kind of nice, and I just love the way they turned out. Oh, just makes me so excited, especially like just seeing the last finishing touches come together and just getting to look at them as a whole is always super nice. So, well, I'm just glad part one of this little project is done. I know it was an easy one, just like explanation, but every part just comes together as it goes. And I just like to break it up into nice little chunks so we don't have to sit there like one long video, and you can kind of just like chill and just enjoy them at your leisure. But again, they turned out so nice and I just love them. And here we are towards the end of it as I put on the last little touch, so just stay tuned for a few more seconds and then I'll show you all 6 together. Well, not together, but I'll show them individually so you can see exactly what I came up with and how they turned out. And I just love them. Oh, they just turned out so good. And she's so adorable, especially with just the different styles I did together and like mashed them up. It's also extremely interesting because it's just very different, but it works so nicely. Oh, my little babies. I just love it. Okay, well, enjoy these last few seconds of quiet. And I'll show you the bookmarks. Here's the first one of the Chibi Caena attack. Second one of the regular Caena attack. You have the combined Caena attack. The docile Chibi. The docile Caena regular. And finally, our combined docile together. And that is the end for this section officially. So again, thank you for watching, and I shall see you for part 2. Bye!